Welcome to Cedar Light in Chalk Canyons, a tranquil audiobook designed to gently guide you to a peaceful night's sleep amidst the serene beauty of nature. If you find yourself soothed by this journey and wish for more restful escapes, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for future calming stories. Before we step into the Chalk Canyons with Anya and experience the unique Cedar Light, we will begin with a short breathing guidance to help you fully relax and prepare for this peaceful auditory journey. If you'd like to skip directly to Anya's arrival at the canyons, you can find the chapter timestamps in the description below. Now, find a comfortable position, allowing your body to relax completely. Let your weight sink into your bed, feeling fully supported and held. Gently adjust your covers until you are perfectly cozy and warm. This is your time to unwind and invite tranquility into your evening. Imagine the soft amber hue of the cedar light beginning to envelop you, much like it soon will in the Chalk Canyons, slowly easing any tension. Let's take a calming breath together. Inhale slowly and deeply through your nose, allowing the air to fill your lungs completely like the vast open spaces of the canyons. Exhale gently through your mouth, releasing the breath like a soft whisper on the canyon breeze. With each inhale, imagine drawing in the peaceful cedar light. With each exhale, release any lingering stress or worries. Feel the gentle coolness of chalkstone beneath your fingertips. Imagine the scent of wild herbs carried on a soft wind. Let these sensations ground you in the present moment. If your mind wanders, simply acknowledge those thoughts and gently guide your attention back to your breath or to the sound of my voice. There's no need to struggle or resist. Just let thoughts drift like clouds across the wide canyon sky. Allow yourself to be carried by the gentle rhythm of the canyons, the timelessness of the stone, and the soothing cedar light. Feel the peace settle deeper with each breath, preparing you for a journey into restful slumber. Now, let us begin our exploration of the Chalk Canyons, where the cedar light awaits to illuminate a path to serene dreams. Chapter 1. Journey to the White Walls. Anya's journey to the Chalk Canyons began as the sun began its slow descent, painting the sky in hues of soft peach and gentle rose. The air held a stillness, a peaceful hush that promised respite from the bustling world she had left behind. The gentle sway of the cart, pulled by a placid, cream-colored mule named Clementine, was a rhythm of calm that eased her thoughts. Each soft clop of Clementine's hooves on the dusty path was like a quiet drumbeat, counting down the moments until she reached her destination. The landscape around her gradually transformed. Rolling green hills began to give way to paler slopes, hinting at the chalky terrain ahead. A gentle breeze began to stir, touching softly on the loose stones. The ground beneath her feet felt solid, reassuringly stable. The canyon walls loomed above, now bathed in the soft, diffused light of the approaching night. They were a canvas of pale grays and soft whites, absorbing the remaining light and reflecting it back in a gentle, ethereal glow. The silence here was different from the hush of the open fields. It was a deeper silence. A silence that seemed to hold the echoes of centuries. A silence that invited introspection. Anya began to unpack the cart, her movements slow and deliberate. She set up her small canvas tent, its canvas a soft, natural cream color, blending seamlessly with the canyon walls. The gentle rustle of the canvas as she unfurled it was a soft, comforting sound in the quiet air. Once the tent was pitched, she gathered a few dry twigs and small stones to create a simple fire pit. The process was meditative, each action deliberate and unhurried. The scent of dry earth and stone rose around her as she worked, grounding her senses in the present moment. With a small spark, she coaxed a gentle flame to life. The fire crackled softly, a tiny cheerful sound in the vast stillness of the canyons. The warmth from the flames radiated outwards, chasing away the evening chill and creating a small circle of cozy light in the gathering darkness. As she sat beside the fire, watching the flames dance and flicker, a profound sense of peace settled over Anya. The chalk canyons had welcomed her with open arms, their silence and soft light promising a sanctuary for her weary soul. The gentle crackling of the fire, the soft glow of the canyon walls, the cool, still air all whispered of tranquility, inviting her to simply be, to simply breathe, to simply rest. Chapter 2. The Cedar Light, Unveiled. The first light of dawn arrived not as a sudden burst, but as a gradual unveiling, a gentle diffusion of warmth and color that seeped into the chalk canyons. Anya awoke to a world painted in soft, muted hues, the canyon walls glowing with a delicate, almost ethereal luminescence. It was the famed cedar light, a gentle amber hue that bathed the landscape in a stillness so profound it felt almost tangible. She emerged from her tent, stretching languidly, her body feeling rested and refreshed after a deep, dreamless sleep. The air was crisp and cool, carrying the clean scent of dry chalk and the faintest hint of wild herbs awakening in the morning dew. A gentle birdsong drifted from the canyon heights, a melody that was both delicate and clear, echoing softly in the vast space. The cedar light touched everything with its golden warmth. The pale white chalk of the canyon walls seemed to absorb and radiate the light, creating a soft, diffused glow that eliminated any harsh shadows. Even the shadows that did exist were gentle, blurred at the edges, adding to the overall sense of softness and peace. Anya prepared a simple breakfast of warm tea and dried fruit, the gentle clinking of her teacup against its saucer sounding remarkably distinct in the stillness. The steam rising from her cup carried the comforting aroma of herbs and warmth, a gentle invitation to begin the day. She savored each sip, feeling the warmth spread through her body, chasing away any lingering coolness of the night. Sitting on a smooth, flat stone warmed by the early morning light, Anya opened her sketchbook. The charcoal felt smooth and familiar in her fingers, a comfortable extension of her own thoughts and feelings. She gazed out at the canyons, letting the cedar light wash over her, and allowed her hand to move freely across the paper. There was no struggle, no sense of forcing inspiration. The canyons unfolded before her in gentle lines and soft curves, the subtle variations in the chalk walls emerging as she shaded and sketched. The sounds of the canyons, the gentle bird song, the whisper of the breeze became a soft background melody to her artistic process. The texture of the charcoal on the paper was grounding, a tactile sensation that kept her anchored in the present moment. She felt the slight resistance of the paper beneath her hand, the subtle graininess of the charcoal as it left its mark. Each stroke was deliberate, unhurried, a reflection of the slow, gentle rhythm of the canyons themselves. As she sketched, Anya noticed details she might have missed in a hurried glance. The intricate patterns etched into the chalk by wind and rain, the delicate wildflowers clinging to crevices, their petals catching the cedar light like tiny jewels. The canyons were not merely walls of stone, but a living tapestry filled with subtle beauty waiting to be observed. Hours passed in quiet contentment. The sun climbed higher in the sky, but the cedar light remained, a constant source of gentle warmth and diffused illumination. Anya felt a sense of calm deepen within her, a quiet joy in simply being present in this place of serene beauty. The anxieties and creative blocks that had weighed her down seemed to soften, to dissipate in the gentle embrace of the canyon light. The chalk canyons, bathed in cedar light, were not just a landscape to be painted, but a sanctuary to be experienced, a place where time seemed to slow, where worries faded into the stillness, and where the gentle beauty of the natural world offered a balm for the soul, inviting a peaceful rediscovery of inner calm and creative flow. Chapter 3. Whispers of the Stone. Anya decided to venture deeper into the chalk canyons, drawn by an unseen pull, a gentle curiosity to explore further into their silent heart, and she packed a light lunch of dried fruits, nuts, and a flask of cool water, placing them in a small woven bag that rested comfortably against her back. The air was still and warm, the cedar light bathing the canyons in its unwavering, gentle glow. As she walked, her boots crunched softly on the loose chalk stones, the sound echoing quietly in the vast open spaces. The canyon walls rose higher now, towering above her, their pale surfaces sculpted by centuries of wind and rain into fantastical shapes and smooth, flowing curves. She ran her hand along the cool, smooth stone, feeling its ancient stillness resonate beneath her fingertips. The scent of sun-warmed chalk was more pronounced here, mingling with the delicate fragrance of wildflowers that grew in unexpected crevices, their colors vibrant against the muted white of the stone. She paused to admire a cluster of tiny blue blossoms, their petals soft as velvet, their scent sweet and subtle, carried on the gentle breeze. As she walked further, Anya began to notice subtle sounds, faint whispers carried on the breeze. At first, she dismissed them as just the wind playing tricks on her ears, but the whispers persisted, gentle murmurs that seemed to emanate from the stone itself. They were not words she could understand, but rather a melody, a soft, low hum that resonated with a deep, ancient calm. She stopped and sat on a large, flat stone, closing her eyes and listening intently. The whispers grew clearer, weaving around her like a gentle embrace. They were the whispers of the stone, the tales carried on the canyon winds, the stories of time and stillness and the enduring peace of the earth. They were not tales of drama or excitement, but of quiet growth, of slow change, of the beauty of simply being. The texture of the stone beneath her was cool and grounding, drawing away any tension held in her body. The warmth of the cedar light on her skin was comforting, like a gentle hand resting on her shoulder. The whispers of the stone seemed to seep into her senses, calming her thoughts, quieting the inner chatter of her mind. She spent a long time simply sitting there, listening to the whispers, feeling the peace of the canyons settle deeper within her. The whispers spoke of resilience, of the strength found in stillness, of the acceptance of all things just as they are. They were a gentle reminder that even in the face of change and uncertainty, there was an underlying current of peace that always remained. When she finally opened her eyes, the canyons seemed different, somehow more alive, more present. She felt a deeper connection to this place, a sense of belonging, as if the stone itself had welcomed her into its ancient embrace. The creative block that had plagued her for so long felt lighter, less substantial, as if it too had been softened by the whispers of the stone. Anya continued her exploration, now walking with a sense of quiet purpose, drawn by the whispers, guided by the gentle magic of the canyons. Each step was deliberate, each breath was mindful, each moment was savored. The chalk canyons were not just a place of beauty, but a place of profound, whispering peace, offering solace and a pathway back to inner stillness. Chapter 4. Meeting Kai, the Canyon Guardian. As the afternoon sun began to soften, casting longer, gentler shadows across the chalk canyons, Anya rounded a bend and saw a small alcove tucked into the canyon wall. A delicate wisp of smoke rose into the still air, carrying the faint, comforting scent of wood smoke and herbs. Curiosity, gentle and unhurried, drew her closer. Nestled within the alcove was a small, simple dwelling, built from smooth stones and woven branches, blending seamlessly with the natural surroundings. A small garden bursting with colorful wildflowers and fragrant herbs thrived in the sheltered space. Sitting near a small, crackling fire, tending to a pot hanging over the flames, was a figure whose presence radiated a quiet serenity. This was Kai, the Canyon Guardian, a gentle soul whose life was intertwined with the peace of the chalk canyons. As Anya approached, Kai looked up. Their eyes, the color of warm earth, held a welcoming kindness. A soft smile graced their lips, an unspoken invitation to join them. "Welcome." Kai's voice was soft and melodic, like the gentle murmur of a brook. "I sensed your quiet journey through the canyons. Come, share some tea with me." Anya approached hesitantly, feeling a gentle warmth emanating from Kai's presence, a sense of immediate ease and comfort. Kai poured a cup of steaming tea, its aroma rich and earthy, infused with the scent of canyon blooms and fragrant herbs from their garden. The steam warmed Anya's face as she accepted the cup, the ceramic smooth and warm in her hands. She took a slow sip, the tea tasting subtly sweet and deeply soothing, a balm for both body and mind. They sat in comfortable silence for a while, watching the flames dance and flicker, listening to the gentle crackling of the fire. The alcove felt like a haven, sheltered and peaceful, imbued with a sense of calm that seemed to emanate from Kai themselves. The cedar light still bathed the canyons, casting a soft golden glow over everything, enhancing the feeling of tranquility. Finally, Anya spoke, her voice quiet. I've been drawn to the canyons, by the light, by the whispers. Kai nodded gently, their gaze steady and understanding. The canyons have a way of calling to those who need their peace, they said softly. The cedar light illuminates not just the stone, but also the paths within our own hearts. The whispers guide us towards stillness. Kai spoke of the canyons with a deep reverence, explaining how they reflected the inner landscapes of those who came seeking solace. They described the cedar light as a gentle illuminator of truth, and the whispers as guides towards self-acceptance. Their words were simple, yet profound, filled with a quiet wisdom that resonated deeply within Anya. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of soft orange and lavender, Kai offered Anya a simple meal of roasted vegetables and warm bread, its aroma filling the alcove with comforting scents. Sharing the meal in companionable silence, Anya felt a sense of connection grow between them, a quiet understanding that transcended words. The warmth of the fire, the gentle presence of Kai, the soothing tea all contributed to an atmosphere of profound peace and restful contentment. Chapter 5. Canvas of Acceptance. The following morning, Anya awoke feeling refreshed and renewed, as if the canyons themselves had gently mended her spirit. She shared a quiet breakfast with Kai, enjoying warm tea and freshly baked bread, still fragrant from the earthen oven. The air was crisp and clean, the cedar light beginning its gentle unveiling, painting the canyons in soft golden hues once more. After breakfast, Anya felt a strong urge to paint, a creative flow stirring within her that had been absent for so long. She set up her easel near Kai's dwelling, choosing a spot that offered a panoramic view of the canyons bathed in the morning light. The canvas felt fresh and inviting, a blank space waiting to be filled with the beauty she had absorbed. She mixed her paints, the subtle scent of linseed oil and pigments filling the air, a familiar and comforting aroma. Her brush strokes were fluid and unhurried, guided by a newfound sense of ease and confidence. She wasn't trying to capture every detail, but rather to convey the essence of the canyons, the feeling of peace, the gentle light, the whispering stillness. The cedar light danced across the canvas as she painted, illuminating the colors, softening the edges. She blended hues of pale amber, soft white, and muted earth tones, capturing the subtle variations of the canyon walls, the gentle play of light and shadow. The sounds of the canyons, the distant birdsong, the whisper of the breeze through the grasses became a gentle soundtrack to her creative process. Kai sat nearby, tending to their garden, their presence a quiet source of encouragement. There was no need for words. The shared silence was comfortable, filled with a mutual appreciation for the beauty and tranquility of the moment. The warmth of the sun on Anya's skin, the gentle breeze on her face, the rhythmic strokes of her brush all contributed to a state of deep focus and peaceful flow. As she painted, Anya realized that she wasn't just capturing the external landscape of the canyons, but also an inner landscape that had been transformed by their gentle magic. The anxieties and creative blocks had dissolved, replaced by a sense of acceptance and peace. The canvas was becoming a reflection of her own rediscovered serenity, a visual representation of the stillness she had found within. Hours hours passed in this meditative state of creation. The sun climbed higher, the cedar light shifted and changed, and Anya's painting slowly evolved, layer upon layer, capturing the essence of the chalk canyons in its gentle embrace. She felt a deep sense of gratitude for this place, for its quiet power to heal and restore, for the gentle wisdom of Kai, and for the rediscovery of her own artistic spirit. Finally, as the afternoon light softened once more, Anya stepped back from her easel, her painting complete. It wasn't a masterpiece in the traditional sense, but it was a true and honest expression of her experience, a canvas of acceptance, filled with the soft light and whispering peace of the chalk canyons. She felt a deep sense of satisfaction, not of accomplishment, but of quiet contentment, knowing that she had found within herself the same serenity that permeated this beautiful, whispering place. The chalk canyons had offered her not just inspiration, but a pathway to inner peace, a canvas upon which to paint a new chapter of her life, filled with gentle light and quiet joy.